specific kind of to this area that you gotta make sure to check. It's like, oh, make sure to check this thing here because the weather and stuff like this, it can make that thing be bad.
I think we would all unanimously say air conditioning compressors.
Just thinking that.
The outside compressors for central air. That is something that we all, if you're looking, if it's not covered, and hopefully the owner does take care of them, they keep them covered in the winter. But that always seems to be something when you're outside looking around the property, it's just something that you just kind of eyeball. Whether it's pointed out or not, it would be pointed out in a home inspection, but that seems to be one of those elements outside that you just you kind of give it the quick glance, like what kind of conditions that's. I mean, salt air, wind, sunlight. It's not a living at the shore is not a. It's not very shore weather is not conducive to some specific. If you have a stucco house, stucco
That's what I was gonna say,
drive
yeah.
it. That's something it's not really.
Don't stucco your homes.
There you go.
What has happened to the stucco?
It seems to pulverize or disintegrate
Yeah.
from the salt air.
Okay.
They're not necessarily a really good match. So they look beautiful, but
Can
Any
you,
color you want too.
Joe, can you paint a picture of what the weather does to the AC compressor? So, like, maybe what did it look like, and then what does it do, and then what would a bad one look like upon looking at it?
one thing you all know. So you've got your fan at the top, and then even it's encased. So that's you first install it, and that's what it looks like. You come back 6 years later. You'll start to see the exterior with the salt air has started to corrode away. Rotting's not probably the right word. It started to corrode away. The fans have started to. You just have a nice. And you can right now envision a ceiling fan and the blades and how big. And now just envision them as they're nice and rounded. Well, now all of a sudden it's. They're chipped and stuff because it just eventually it starts to corrode away because of the salt air. Again, the sunlight, snow, ice, rain. We don't get a lot of snow, but just the elements in itself that you have living down here. It doesn't do. Roofs don't bode well either. It's just living. Whether it's the Jersey Shore or any beach town. It might look like it's 10 years old and it's only 3.
Well, what's funny, when you look at some of the construction that goes on out there, or if someone's going to get it replaced, they put it under steps, or they put it under an overhang or something like that, because they want to protect it from the weather. And it's actually more detrimental to the system because now rain can't hit it, which washes the salt off, which washes off everything, all the stuff that's in the atmosphere. It's actually good for it to get wet.
Yeah.
So you're kind of working against yourself. Or something like that.
I think one of a good example is when to just think about just the air, like the salt that's in the air. If you go on vacation, so when you take your normal 3-4 week when you're away,
Right.
when you go on vacation and you come back and you start your car, you back out of the driveway and you hit the brakes. It's like this, almost like your brake pads are brake pad to metal.
Yeah.
And all it is so if you park your car there for like 2 weeks or a week or more, you just get a buildup, and it's just like, it sounds like it's this grinding. And all that is like salt particles that are built. It goes away like that, by the time you get to the next stop, it's gone. But there's just that buildup. And that's just really from the air. It's not even from you've driven through something or to that nature. Your car's just sitting in the driveway for a week to 10 days. You haven't used it, and you just get this buildup, and that's just salt particles that just build up onto your brake pads.
Yeah, you hear the squeak.
Yeah.
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 Oh no.
Squeak or
I
a
need new
grind.
brakes.
Yep. And definitely, you can see that. We all live down here. So I mean, even just during the winter, you just see like buildup of grit and things like that are, you know, on your decks, on your siding, on your windows. I mean, I probably clean my windows once a month, just with the grit and the grime that just, you know, the spray that comes off the water that you're constantly cleaning, that kind of stuff. You know, on the flip side of that, I don't have to worry about my gutters. You know, there's no leaves or anything like, you know, like that. 'Cause, you know, so there's a plus.